he will bluster through the fact that this is going to be a radically unpopular film. Not just because Melania is not popular. I think people are quite interested in her, but because really, who wants to watch a piece of soft soap propaganda?
There are two ways to understand American politics this week. You could listen to the brilliant new podcast from The Times, The State of It USA, which has got Katie Balls and Jerry Baker, who will note from this programme, excellent minds. Or you could go to the cinema, maybe, and watch this.
Hi, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Did you watch it?
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
Yeah.
I really love that clip.
That's the new documentary called Melania that recounts the 20 days leading up to the re-election of her husband. It sounds like an episode of Modern Family. Critics have not been allowed to see the film before it opens to the public this weekend. Pre-bookings don't suggest it's going to be a huge hit. There's one cinema in Islington which has got just one ticket sold this afternoon.
On the back row, I think.
No, there's another one in another place which has got 4 tickets sold. They're all on the back row. So people will be snogging for the entirety of the Melania documentary. Associate editor of the Sunday Times, Josh Glancy, was in Washington for much of the president's first term in office and joins us now. Morning, Josh.
Good morning.
Do people still snog on the back row of cinemas, or is that just me showing my age, do you think?
I haven't for a while, I'll be honest.
You don't need to answer that question, Josh.
I'm so sorry, Josh.
It's unfair for me to ask you. Who on earth in Britain is going to watch a Melania documentary?
Well, very few people. I'm fascinated to know who the one Islington dweller.
I think you've got to go, Josh. Can you go to Islington at 3 o'clock this afternoon and just ask them, doorstep them?
I was sort of wondering if it's just Jeremy Corbyn. In my head, that was my vision.
For a hate watch.
Yeah, or maybe he's like a secret Melania super fan.
It is an interesting thing, though, because Jeff Bezos has funded this film at the same time he's making cuts to the Washington Post. I mean, is that just the existence of this film? Is this just another example of the sort of the capture of the American establishment by the Trump forces?
Yes, frankly, this is a sop. You know, it's a vanity project and a pretty big, expensive one at that. I don't think there's any real creative demand for this. It's not without precedent that soft content would have been made about first ladies of yore, but this one is much bigger and more expensive and being released in 30 countries worldwide. I think it really does speak to the fact that, as you say, the American commercial establishment has bent the knee to Trump. And it also speaks to the fact that both Trump and his wife Melania are much more confident at flexing their muscles in this second term. That, you know, in the first term, they still broadly played by the rules of the game. You know, Trump may have said outrageous things, but they didn't do that many outrageous things. And Melania was a fairly subdued character for much of the first term. But now, you know, they don't really care anymore what people think or say. They've reordered the American political establishment. And if they want to make a big, expensive vanity project for Melania, showing that she's a, you know, boss lady and trying to build up her brand, then they will. And Jeff Bezos will pay for it. And also, irrespective of what critics say, irrespective of what the numbers show, Trump is not unused to calling black white. He'll just say, it's been the biggest thing Netflix have ever done or whatever. He'll just say that, won't he, I would imagine? Well, of course, yeah. We're back to the, you know, this was the biggest inauguration crowd in history. He will bluster through the fact that this is going to be a radically unpopular film. Not just because Melania is not popular. I think people are quite interested in her, but because really, who wants to watch a piece of soft soap propaganda? Even people who are fans of the Trump family probably have better things to do with their time. Yeah, that's a very fair point. Josh, great to speak to you. Yes. That's Josh Glancy there. He's the associate editor of the Sunday Times. George says she's a guilty pleasure gay icon. So surely George the gays will be watching it.
He's speaking as a gay man, George. George has followed up to say, so maybe, John has pointed out, if there's only one ticket sold on the back row, snogging is unlikely.